Hobby fam. Welcome back to another day of hobbying here at the Hobby Collab with Classic Matchup Meg and Zach.
Yep.
And we're talking Soulblight, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
I'm extra excited because we're building, well, not because we're building skeletons, but because I'm getting help building skeletons from Zach.
Which apparently is not a fun thing to do.
It's really not. I think it took me like 2 hours to build 4 the other day.
2 hours to build 4.
And I think part of it was just because of misery. Like, I just wasn't, like, into it, so I was taking a lot more breaks and stuff. So this is one of these projects that you want to get a friend to help you with.
Yeah, interesting.
Is it interesting?
Well, they are. It's funny, like, assembly is supposed to be a lot of people say it's like a relaxing thing.
Yeah, it is for me. It is for me normally.
These guys are kind of tough,
These
though.
kind of, like, get to me.
They're a little small. They're a little spindly. Yeah.
Not easy to, like, shave away little impurities.
Right, yeah. We do want to remind you guys, if you're new, please give us a subscribe. That would be amazing. We would appreciate that. Today,
Hi, John.
like Meg said, we are doing the skeletons. You put some online instructions up for me, right?
I did, yeah. They're in one of our tabs.
One of these tabs, because I otherwise don't have any instructions.
I know.
So, and they look like a pain in the butt.
They do.
And actually, no, they don't. They're only like 4.
They're only a few pieces. So what's hard, I think, about, if you want to show the glam cam.
Oh, yeah.
What's tough about building them, for anybody who doesn't build skeletons, oh my gosh. Of course, I pull up the one that I built wrong. What's annoying about building them are these tiny, little, thin pieces, because they, you got to shave them down. You have to clip away stuff that's sticking out, and they're very fragile, and it's easy to snap. I think broke one of the legs off while I was building it, and had to like glue it back on. So that's what's annoying. The actual act of, assembling them is not that bad, because you're right, they're like 3 pieces. So,
okay, cool. Well, actually, here, you know what? We can also show this. Look, through the magic of the internet, we can actually show
the internet.
this. Yeah, this is not too bad, honestly.
No, it's not that bad.
A friend of ours and supporter of the channel, Liberty Fires, have been complaining about these guys. This isn't too bad, but I know they're tiny.
Now the truth is out. It's not that bad, but they're just not fun to build. So
yeah,
they're not exciting. And then like the little pieces are, like I said, fragile, and then you just have to build so many.
Okay.
So I have 20 already.
You have 20 fully painted.
I have 20 made, right?
20 painted, right, and have seen the tabletop.
Yes, here we go. Let's pull them out. I brought my bannerman and just some other dude, right?
Yeah.
And they're pretty basic. Like I got them tabletop ready, and I was like, cool, done. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah,
I think this next set of 20, I'll do purple, so that they're different and still fit within my army, since my army color palette is like red and purple.
Yeah.
That's my bannerman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So let's get going.
I guess I'll get to work here.
Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Guys, we have a poll up. Like all of our polls, it's very important. So don't forget to vote in it. And, it's our birthday month. It's actually the last day of birthday month.
Oh, that is right. It is June 30th today. Yeah.
So if you haven't had a chance to wish us happy birthday, make sure you do it.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you have a free member super chat, you should use it, because it's the last day of June. You'll get another one next month. I think that's how it works. I
think so. Well, yeah, I don't know when they allot them. All right, here we go. Wait, this guy, am I building...
Oh, yeah. So what number? I had it up on the number we needed, and then you moved it,
which
is fine.
I just moved
but
it
I think
around.
we were scroll down a little bit more if we want to pull up the browser view again.
Okay.
That might be more helpful for us if we're looking up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we're on 80. It's not 84. We're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on that set. Number 3. Scroll down. You had it. Yeah. 3A times 2. You need bits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, I see.
And 8. Right?
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, so we have a number of things we're going to talk about today. Yesterday we
do.
focused on the Cities of Sigmar, and we were kind of talking about what makes somebody want to play an army, what is exciting about the army. And what we did yesterday is we said, what would make Meg want to play the army? And we kind of talked about Meg's point of view of the army. Well, Meg already plays this army, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have to do
and
that.
And I do like it.
So we don't, yeah.
It would take me all day to find the pieces.
I know, right? What do you like about playing this army, Meg?
Okay.
Keeping in mind that in Sigmar you haven't really played any other armies.
This is true. I have nothing to compare it to. I really only have what I've seen other players do to kind of compare it to.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
Well, I was going to ask. So have you just as in a quick aside, have you played against an army where you're like, oh, that looks fun. Actually, I would like to play that army.
Yeah.
Oh, here's number 4 broken already on the sprue.
Yep. There we go. See, it's already irritating, guys.
Like, it just came like that. Like, I just got over to, I just found 4 and it was already broken on the sprue.
Yep. That's but the nice
the death
part.
rattle way.
What am I doing here?
Is it's okay?
It's not a big deal because they're dead skeletons. Like, they shouldn't be assembled anyway. So.
Well, they should be assembled.
I mean, like, no. I don't mean like assembled.
I
mean, like, they shouldn't be standing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so. If it breaks and it's on the tabletop broken, like missing a leg or its head is weird, like, it's fine. It's a skeleton. It's probably crumbling as it walks anyway.
So yeah, have you ever?
What was your question?
Have you ever, been playing against somebody else's army and been like, oh, that army looks really fun to play. I would like to play that army.
Ooh,
or that seems like an army I would enjoy playing.
Where I've felt that. Off the top of my head, who have I played against? I don't know, but let's pull back from like having to actually have played against them. Just an army that looks fun to me is Gargants.
Oh, Gargants.
Like that's.
Hey, quick question. Number 1 is missing here, and that's the head number.
It's fine. I mix up the heads.
Oh, okay.
It works. Yeah. I also didn't add the flag to the first guy that I built, the kit that it was supposed to be part of.
Okay.
But I'll just add it onto a different one. It's fine.
Yeah, that's
because I want to have enough
a variety, yeah.
Banners so that it's 1 for every 10 in case I need to split this up. What were we talking about? 1,
Gargants
2, 3.
look fun.
Yeah, Gargants look fun. Roshan has talked about.
Roshan is
a member in our community. Yep. He's in our Discord. He's very active in our hobby chat or hangout there. And he plays Gargants, and he will not shut up about them. He makes them sound so fun. I like it being goofy rules that interact with terrain in a very lore or narrative kind of way. So with Soulblight, I like the recursion with the zombies. Mm-hmm. I like the healing with the vampires. That's cool. That's how it should work because that's the kind of creature it is, right? And with his army, they're throwing terrain and breaking things, and I think that's cool. Also, there's less models, so there's less rules to remember. So I'll have more fun with that.
Meg, I have a question. Do you have a preference, or you're doing a mix-up as you should? Because the rules are changing to not, I think, usually be spears or swords. Do you have a preference for spears or swords?
Nope.
Okay. The spears are pretty cool, but they look like they're going to break.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Ugh, the spears are annoying.
The spears are definitely...
I should stop putting those on.
Yeah, I'm gonna gravitate towards
I think
swords.
I might have been. Also,
you have a few.
Yeah, I should show this. This is funny.
The guys you've done backwards.
The die that here, let's...
2 of them, yeah.
Let's show that off. Let's show it off.
Managed to get that done twice like that.
Zach's so mad. Okay, yeah, I accidentally
right
put
arms, left arms, it's just a thing.
I put the arms on the wrong side, and then I was like, oh well, YOLO,
Yeah, it looks good.
They're just gonna be goofy looking skeletons with backwards
No, it
arms.
works.
Zach
totally.
is so mad at me.
It totally works, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think it's funny, and if it brings joy to me when I'm building these, then so be it.
You
Like
think you'll
that's
do
a
them
good
all
thing.
like? You think you'll do
I'm
all
not
those
gonna do them
guys
all like that, but
backwards?
they'll be thrown in, and it'll be
funny.
It'll be hilarious.
It is
It is
hilarious.
We'll name this one Polly.
All right, yeah.
We'll name this one Roshan.
That's good, yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I like that.
You guys might notice that I have some artwork on my existing banner. It's a bone going into a hole. If you guys have seen Rick and Morty, you know what kind of hole this is. But why is that my banner? There it is. Yeah. Why? Why is that my symbol? You guys, if you were ever hanging out at Titans while Zach was at Titans, I was often donating memberships. And apparently, like when you donated memberships over there, you got like a name. They named your members.
Mm-hmm.
And mine ended up
members as in wieners.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of wieners in that collection of members. All right. So yeah. Anyway, chat decided that we were naming that collection of members Meggers Peggers. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I came up with that little flag. But
yeah.
I don't want to do that this time around because that's like old me. There's like new me, new channel, new me.
Yeah.
So a new chat.
Yeah.
So at some point, I'm going to bug these guys for...
Holly said, is there an extra long skeleton? Name that one after me.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that would be pretty cool to like take the... we should take some of the spears that we're not using and lengthen the skeleton legs. I will do that, Polly, actually. I'm going to... Okay. I don't want to spoil this part. Too late. I already spoiled it.
Too late.
Too late. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So chat can come up with like a new name for this unit. Doesn't have to be related to me or anything in particular, but you guys will figure it out. And eventually, when it's time to paint these, I will make a little banner for you guys.
Yeah. Listen, we've got some memes we want to do today because...
We're switching gears real
fast.
Yeah,
we're going to switch gears, but we want to come back to talking about Soulblight stuff.
Oh, we will.
We'll talk about what makes Army cool, and we're going to look at some artwork. But let's do some memes, Meg. We had some good memes.
I love memes.
And we had a meme of the year, correct me if I'm wrong?
Right. So it's our birthday month.
Yeah.
Okay. It's our birthday month.
There we go.
So the mods,
end of our birthday month.
It's the very end, last day. Mods did something special to celebrate memes this year. We had a whole year of memes. And so the mods went through our Discord and picked out all their favorites.
Yeah.
So this is like mod driven. Mods chose the finalists, and then cast and mods got to vote on like our runners up, right? So anyway, we'll go through that. We want to show you guys what the memes of the year were. Since
here we go.
This is what impressed the mods the most.
These are some of the top memes of the year.
And I don't know who made this one, and I forget why it exists.
A lot of these are highly uncomfortable.
These are all the runners up.
This is
so
one of them.
They're gonna lead up, to the winner. Yeah.
Okay.
Why did this happen? Do you remember?
No.
I don't either, but I kind of love it. Would you have preferred being the naked one though?
I don't know.
No. Okay.
I don't think so.
You're just not happy that it
This
exists.
one also uncomfortable.
Oh, this is super early. And there was something goofy, I think, that was made, and this was response to it.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's really, really good.
I love this. I shared this one on my
All
Instagram
of these
forever
are
ago.
many of these are super cringy.
I don't remember who made any of these. Let's pull that up so we can celebrate their work. It's important stuff.
Okay, here I got it.
All right.
That one's gonna be super uncomfortable, and I get to see all of them. So
Barry. These have been Barry. Yeah.
They've both been buried so far.
This is Jupiter, though, that we're looking at.
Yeah, this is Jupiter's.
Yeah.
A little less uncomfortable.
Yeah. It was the best of shires. Here, you do it. Can you pronounce it?
Worcestershire?
Do
Worcestershire.
Do the whole thing.
It was the best of shires. It was the Worcestershire.
No,
right?
That's not how you say it.
No? Okay.
I know how to say it. Oh, you don't want to try and say it right?
No, I'm good. Look at this, though. This one's pretty good.
That's Ted. Yeah.
Ted made it.
Did Ted make this one too?
Look
Yeah.
at that little freak.
This was at.
What was the context of this one?
This was at not Nova, but LVO this year. Yeah, this year. And there's a new game coming out, and now I cannot remember what it's called. I think it's called is it Blood Throne?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they had this, yeah, that's right. And they had this cool like throne set up, and so Ted and I were there, and we took pictures.
Frontline Gaming starting their own clearance rack fast track game.
Yeah.
As one does. Oh look, it's B.
Oh, my baby. Yeah. Bartok is the studio manager, and Bartok will jump on the table and eat or drink water, like our paint water.
Yeah, no questions asked.
You don't even have to super chat him. He'll just do it.
Doesn't care what it looks like. He just decides that I guess like black water. Oh, that's okay to drink.
I mean yeah, right. You'd think like
Joplin's very picky.
They'd figure it out. Right. Our other cat is picky about water. You'd think he would smell it and be like, this isn't quite right.
Look at his stupid little face.
He doesn't. Worcestershire. Oh yeah, that's the right way to say it.
What's
this? This is Umi. This is Umi. We have I'm gonna use the royal we because this.
I forget what this was.
Because I can. Apparently, we have a reputation of wanting to kill dogs. Right? And so this.
No. this is one I'm like, whatever, you weirdos.
Okay, but to be fair, Zach, I don't care in movies when dogs die. Like, it doesn't bother me. Should it bother me? Does it bother you? How do you feel about that?
I typically have feelings when animals die in movies.
Yes.
I'm not happy, like, but I don't, like, it's okay, it's part of the movie. Like, that's the thing, like, I don't care from a context of, like, they shouldn't put this in the movie. I'm like, well, if this is what a good filmmaker thinks is cool, like, I'll give you a good example. I'm sad that the tigers die in Gladiator.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sad for every warhorse that has to like run through some freaking spears or gets shot by some Civil War jerk, right? Like that makes me sad.
Yeah.
But that is just that's the movie. Like that's what would have happened.
It kind of depends. You know what? It sort of depends. Like, what about the pit bull in No Country for Old Men that Josh Brolin?
Oh, CGI. But yeah.
Well,
I know.
What about the pit bull that Josh Brolin?
Of course it was.
Like, do I feel sad for? Not really. I don't want to get into the pit bull.
No spoilers.
The pit bull conversation. People get really heated.
Well, there's less to do.
People get super heated on that one.
That's fine.
Fast,
We're not taking a stance on pit bulls, but we don't have to. But like, if a dog is coming at you and you're being attacked, you're gonna kill it. Like, end of story. That's the story, right?
Yeah. But but like, you know, it's always a human that has put that animal in that situation, where it is often, right? Like,
of course, yeah. But at that point, like, are you gonna sit there and debate that while you're trying not to die?
Now, here's a question for you. Are you sad in Jurassic Park when they kill the velociraptors or whatever?
No, because they're again like attacking our heroes, right? Like, and you can understand why you would kill the velociraptors, like. Yeah,
overall though, I typically do have feelings when, in particular, top level domestic animals. So I'm gonna say that for me that includes dogs and cats.
Yeah. Get
killed in movies. And in particular, I'm not a big, but overall, I'm not really a big fan. A lot of times movies, like, will use a dog or a cat death, or even sometimes, like, a person that's, like, stupid, like a trope character death to be, like, humorous. And I'm not, like, into that. I'm not like, oh, that's funny, someone died or something died.
Can you think of an example? I'm not sure
I'm trying to think of,
I'm
like...
familiar.
I'm trying to think of something where it's always dark. It's always like dark comedy where like a dog gets killed and it's like, oops. Like I'm like, oh, haha, like. Fun.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, in Shape of Water. In Shape of Water, like he like bites one of the cat's heads off. Shape of Water is a horrible movie. First of all,
stop.
It is just not a good movie. But yeah, that's like okay,
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool plot point. Like I'm usually like, to me, it's usually a mark of a uninteresting, not very good director, right? And what's his name is not a good director. He makes good.
Guillermo del Toro.
No, he's absolutely not good.
Oh, okay.
He makes good.
I mean, that's your opinion,
He makes good special effects. He's not. He doesn't write good stories, though, right? Like he's not a good writer.
I mean, that movie won Best Picture, so.
Oh my God! You want to see some movies that won Best Picture?
I'm just saying.
You want to see some movies that
that
got nominated?
there are probably people that disagree with you.
Oh my God.
Okay. Anyway, so we are doing our best to give you guys a sense of why we got reviewed as hating dogs, because apparently we want dogs to die, but we can move on.
No, I don't want dogs. I don't like
I'm
when
gonna move on
I
from
got it. I don't like when dogs or cats or even horses die.
Nobody likes it.
Yeah.
But I would never not go see a movie because that happens. Like,
No, I would never not go
like,
see a movie.
Lots of people and babies
I
die in movies.
I might not go see a movie if I heard Guillermo del Toro wrote the movie, though. I will say that. Okay.
All right. Well, there we go.
Made the monsters, made the cool looking monsters for the movie. I'm in. Wrote the movie. I'm out. All right. Where there's some stuff, there's more stuff. This is
like something we used to do journeys, and I miss journeys. It doesn't fit my schedule, so I can't do it. But
so this is a quote. I've said this quote a lot. This is a quote I use oftentimes when making terrain or doing bases.
yes.
And I stand by this quote, as stupid as it sounds. Lots of times where there's like a rock in nature, then there'll also be like plants and stuff around the rock.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, in that case, like if you're in a dry environment and it gets some rain, rain will hit the rock and will spread water around that rock and more condensed rate than everywhere else.
Was he goofing off?
So plants are more likely to like grow around that rock, right?
Party lights.
And then once those plants grow,
Yeah.
other things will come over to that area, and then more things will happen, right?
Yeah.
Animals will defecate
Where
nearby,
there's some
more plants will
stuff,
grow.
there will be more stuff.
Yeah. So typically, like stuff
Thing for
happens
the
in
hearts.
stuff happens in groups. Is sort of the point that I was trying to make with that. Oh man, I am barely putting these skeletons together.
I noticed.
I'm pulling my first one apart already.
I'm gonna be stuck doing all these.
Yeah, you thought you were gonna get help from me. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next one in one second.
That's fine. Yeah, we can also clear out.
I got it. You,
Oh,
you,
okay,
you,
I'm
don't,
trying
you, don't,
to
you don't really
help.
have to put your hand over here. It's fine. We're good.
Help.
It is honestly,
very
it is
contentious
honestly the
in
most
here.
annoying thing when someone's hand
Well,
flies
why don't you
across
put the
the
mouse in the middle and I can help
Here
you
you
out
go. Yeah. Okay.
if you want. If you want the help.
What is this one? They just
I don't know.
was that supposed to be here?
I don't know. What is it?
I'm a little worried. What else might be here now?
They're just like random pictures.
It's Ted.
It's just Ted. I don't know, Ted. You guys chose this one. The mods need to answer for this.
What is this?
I don't know. It's getting showcased though.
Cool.
It's kind of just funny. Like Brett's face, I guess, is kind of funny. Yeah, you guys caption
I'm not gonna
this.
read. I'm
You
not
guys
gonna
go,
read. I'm
go
not
ahead
gonna
and
read.
caption this in
Polly.
chat because the mods decided it was worthy of being.
What is this?
It's worthy of being showcased, but there's no punchlines, so just go ahead.
Just yeah.
Give us your best. Okay, let's move on. Sorry,
It's pretty
I'm not
weird.
sure I understand this. This is my favorite.
This is my least
I
favorite.
voted for this one. Yeah, this is the ultimate collab because it's all of us as one. Can you spot all parts of us? Here, go ahead, do it.
It's pretty easy to spot you.
Where's Zach?
I don't
There's
know.
Zach is like you're the base head that got shaved down.
Somewhere in the
and
head,
also
face.
there's your baby face beard. All right, where's
I
Saray?
don't have a baby face beard. I have a full beard.
No, not in that. Look, this
Oh,
is
that's
like
right.
from your
They-
baby
they
face
did
picture that I
that.
shared. Yeah. Okay, where's Saray?
The mustache and
Yeah.
maybe one of the eyes.
No, both of the eyes are Brett.
Oh my god.
Isn't it great? This is my favorite.
It's very
It's
disturbing.
horrible
I'm moving on.
looking, yeah. Oh, whose is this one? Is this one? This one might be mine. Okay, I'll check. No, it's not
No.
mine. Okay, I didn't make that one either.
Beaver?
Is this Beaver? No.
Kirkanos?
Is this Ted? Who knows?
All right, it's not
It's
actually
probably
there.
berries or soups. Oh, it's Barry.
It's Barry.
Okay, it's Barry. Yeah. Okay, so this was after our mean comments stream.
Yeah.
We showcased some mean comments and turned them into memes later.
Yeah. You know, this one brings up this weird, this weird concept of like I play Games Workshop's games, but I'm gonna do whatever I can to not give them their money.
Workshop, yeah.
That is such a bizarre. I'm gonna like do that thing where I rip on my own type of person. That must be a purely American concept. That like I will continue to support this company artistically, creatively, and in terms of all their IP, but I will not give them their money. Like. I have to imagine a European would have the wherewithal to say, I'm not going to support this company in any way. But an American will only take away money from them as a
we're
concept.
Capitalists, yeah.
Right.
True to,
it's like, no, I will still play the game. I'll still go to events where the game is being played. I'll still watch the lore. I'll watch videos.
Yeah.
But no money.
If you're going to boycott
so
something, boycott it for reals. Like, I don't know where the other arm is. Like, if you're playing the game, you're promoting the culture by playing the game because you're obviously playing with another person, right?
Yeah.
And you're building.
So bizarre.
You're using the rules and the idea, like, so you're not really truly boycotting it. But anyways, I don't really, whatever. That's fine. Not a big deal to me. Like,
the more funny part is, shite, way too much fucking around.
I want to have more mean comments. Like I want us to have a folder of mean comments so that people can like use them in a Mad Libby kind of way, making new memes out of mean comments. Yeah. I did love this. The mean comments thing brought about a bunch of really good memes.
All right, here's your face. Maybe is that your face?
I guess that's me.
And posed over Obama. That's a weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
This is Beaver, right? Meme of the year.
What?
Yeah.
This one also weird. Uncomfortable, honestly. Your face and pose.
I don't remember
Obama's
why.
Face
This is just like me giving Ted meme of the year for something he must have made, and I don't know what it is because we can't see it in this post. These mods are really setting us up to be confused.
Yeah. Did we start on one? Is that it? We're done? But we have one left, which is the winner.
The winner. And
you want to talk about this for a second?
We'll talk about it.
Actually, this is pretty fitting.
It is very fitting, yeah, that this is next. So there was a prize. Did you know that, Zach, for Meme of the Year?
No, I mean, yes.
You did, okay.
You guys brought up that there is a prize.
There is a prize. It's very important to have prizes. Otherwise, why bother, right?
Yeah.
And we decided that if you are good enough to make the mods laugh, like, you know, where they all pick you to be the winner, then you should probably...
If you're good enough.
You should be a mod.
If you're good enough to do that.
Yeah. If you can do it.
Yes.
You should just be a mod.
You should be a mod.
So this year's winner...
You become a mod against your own will. You have to do mod duties even if you don't want to.
Exactly. Yeah. You're going to be a mod. Deal with it. This year's... Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
This year's winner
made a video meme.
And
so this person is going to be the newest mod, and actually this person already is a mod, and it's Ted.
Yeah, it's Ted.
Kirkano's one, so he's a mod. Yeah, sorry, there's no new mods.
That's the joke. Here's the thing. Right. There's normally the Brady Bunch theme playing. We're not playing it because we want, to make us a little bit of like ad revenue. YouTube will be like, no. This, to me, was god-awful cringy when I saw this for the first time. I was like, wow, don't let anyone see this.
The mods loved it, and it loved it so much that they chose it as the winner.
And that we had to do it again. That we have to do it again and watch it again.
Now we're watching it and talking over it.
If
you guys want to see it with the sound, it's in our server.
Very uncomfortable.
You can find it. Yeah, those are us. I love how it starts, though, with me raising 3 girls, and, like, Bridger and John are thrown into the girls' pile. And Saray's not even featured. Oh, wait, there he is. There's his head. Okay. He was folded over.
It would be funny if Saray wasn't in it at all.
Yeah.
Like, Ted was just like, whatever.
We had Matt Rose instead. But yeah, that was our Meme of the Year collection. Thank you guys for all the laughs this past year. Thanks, mods, for doing this work, like
Yeah.
going through and combing and
I super
checking it out.
I super found the I super found the that Brady Bunch thing very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
When
that's what we are.
when
I
that
guess.
first came out,
I
I
don't
was like, no.
What I don't like.
No.
Okay, I don't like being a mom. I don't like being a mom, especially when you're the dad.
No.
There's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't want them to be our children.
No,
Like,
I hate it. In fact, can we?
I don't want to think of you as a dad.
Let's move on.
We're not doing that.
Let's move on to literally anything else.
Yeah,
So-
I cannot find the
I know.
last piece that I need to finish this one.
If that was
this first
showing,
one.
oh my God, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, uncomfortable.
I need to look at the
The
Ted
instructions?
is Ted's a super mod now.
Um,
Ew, Zach Daddy.
So you guys think there'll be a two-state solution, or what do you guys think? What else?
What?
Literally, let's talk about anything else at this point.
Well, what do we have on our list? Let's talk about Soulblight.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
pull
yeah.
up the browser view.
Oh my God,
you're killing me,
these
Zach.
guys are
Here we go.
super pain in the butt. Like watching that and trying to do this at the
Brother
same time.
Zach and Sister Meg.
Watching that and doing this at the same time, and you doing this now.
Well, I need
so
it
infuriating.
scrolled up
So
because you
infuriating.
scrolled it down. So, okay, I needed to see. the
Don't you
numbers
have
there.
paper instructions?
No, I threw them. These are just I just have the plastic.
Oh.
That's why I need a.
When I say
need some
paper
more
instructions,
help.
I mean
7, 6. Okay, I'm looking for 6.
just have the plastic.
I just have the sprues, the plastic sprues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, Saray. Should we acknowledge
Money
what
for
he's
college.
saying?
No.
Oh, okay. We won't then. Should we talk any Soulblight stuff?
Anything?
So
Yes,
we
please,
can
Christ, yes.
move
Help
on
someone. All right. So one of the things we want to do is, as we do these faction focus hobby forward faction focuses, is kind of talk about what makes the army cool, and we're going to talk about why we play it. Meg, talk to me. Why do you like Soulblight?
Okay, well, when I chose Soulblight, I had to pick something that I was going to want to get like invested into as my first army in AoS. And what mattered to me most was the look of the models, right? So I wanted stuff that didn't have a lot of metallic. I don't enjoy painting armor and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
And the
Kind of interesting, but we'll come back to that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Soulblight had a good, decent collection of like animals or animalistic models.
You liked the
And
fur.
it was on top of that. So like I was interested in the dinosaurs, but none of the new Seraphon had come out yet. And you were like, they're due for new models, so don't do them yet. And I was like, okay, you're right. Like, why should I buy all these old models if they're probably going to update them soon?
Which is true.
And a lot of Soulblight were new. So that was working in its favor. It had like dogs and the bats and things that looked like animals. And minimal, to me, I consider like kind of minimal armor. Not a whole lot of models with a ton of armor.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? It's probably an average amount of armor over the course of it compared to other armies. Yeah.
There's there's a.
But all the sorry to interrupt you real quick, but most of the armor is cool. Like it's either these guys and you can weather it like crazy.
Yeah.
Or it's like the vampires and you can do cool like red armor or purple armor. You know what I mean? You can do like real, kind of interesting like elaborate armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also like a decent collection of characters, I thought.
Yeah.
And then I also like the vibe. You know, I like horror movies. I like the death aspect is cool for me. And so it fit together, I think, pretty well with like my style, just as a person. Oh, the zombies! I love the zombies. They're my favorite movie
zombies.
monster.
We have to go back and read some other super chats, but I'm going to start with
We do need
Kurt
to read.
Kurt
we need to
Erickson's
catch
right
up.
now because it is
I'm gonna just come back.
it
to
matches what we were just saying. He says, Dogs that are dead. Let's not forget. You picked an army full of dead dogs.
Thanks. Thanks, Kurt.
Thanks, Kurt. I mean,
yeah,
Kurt,
but I get to bring
right.
them back to life.
Yeah.
After I kill them.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually not what happens in the lore when they come back. Those are new ones.
It's a new set. Yes, that's true. Okay, I need the next set of numbers.
I'm doing
18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Cool. So, and then I have a question for you, Meg. Do you think that of all the death factions, and honestly, let's say all the factions, are Soulblight the top horror faction?
Well, let's go through them. Night Haunt, ghosts. Okay, that's what you get. You get ghosts. You know, Soulblight has zombies, werewolves, vampires, and like there's some ghoulage in there too, right? Necromancer, skeletons, like walking skeletons. There's a lot of different types of like horror elements involved, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, classic horror, yeah. There we go. Ty. Where like Night Haunt is just ghosts. You get ghosts.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So that didn't interest me, right? That seemed kind of tyranny-y. Right?
Okay.
Very kind of boring.
Yeah.
To paint.
Did that also factor into your choice for Soulblight? That
yeah,
you got a lot of variety?
I wanted to have fun painting.
So you get the variety.
Right, because I had just come off of Tyranids, and I was like, I can't do another giant, everything is the same horde army.
Right,
Like,
right,
I didn't want to do orcs. Like, orcs, everything's different, but there's a lot of, like, bits and stuff all over the place. And I'm like, no, I don't want to touch that.
Little less so in AoS orcs, but
Sure.
yeah, still got, yeah.
Okay, so then there's OCR Bone Reapers. I don't want to paint bones. Like, I don't want to paint that many bones. The bones are my least favorite part. These skeletons, right?
Yeah.
Of this army, aside from, like, the metallics, right? Like, the bones are not enjoyable to me, so just doing all bones, bones and trim. That's it.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Are Bone Reapers particularly high up in the horror element as well? I don't know. Honestly, of all the death factions, they seem a little least horror to me.
What am I looking for again? I forgot already. 19, 19, 20. Okay.
18, 19.
Now, Flesh Eater Courts, when they brought out all the new models again, or sorry, not again, but brought out all the new models.
The recent release.
Most recent release
Usheron
of that, all that stuff. The
Yeah.
Judge. I was like, oh, I made the wrong choice. I want Flesh Eater Courts.
Oh, really?
I love the way they look, and I loved painting them.
They're pretty easy to paint.
They were. You picked a really good recipe.
Yeah, Saray and I kind of developed a recipe that would be give a little bit of variety, be easy to replicate.
Nice.
But they are more samey than Soulblight.
They are
for
samey.
Sure.
You're right. Right. And
Soulblight are almost unique in that
and
concept,
ultimately, I
honestly.
decided, like, actually, I think I picked the right one. I loved painting Usheron, and the Judge was cool, and like the what is it? Vargol.
Vargol.
Like, all those things were super fun to paint, and I enjoyed them. But actually, like, when I was done and like gave them to John, I was like, oh, I feel nothing. I am not upset that I'm not playing these. I got to paint them, and I get to look at them on my shelf, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with Soulblight. I think I got the best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, cool. So some cool artwork here we'll look through. How do you feel about Lakavai?
She's so cool. I really hope that I can move away from Virkos.
Well, it's just being done differently now.
Yeah, right. I want to play with some. I painted all these models, and it just wasn't a good build to play with. So since I usually just play on stream, like, I don't want to play like something that's not gonna do very well, or something that the opponent won't have fun playing, right?
Or that won't make a good game. Because both people
thank you, Ty.
both people have to tech down so much, and then It's tough on a streaming channel. You can say that you want to, oh, cool.
Like, it's okay, anything. But it doesn't always work that way because you're trying to entertain people, right? So if like somebody throws a game in the first hour, like, fun, that's real fun for me.
Then you can try to get the other person to take a bad list, but then that doesn't
becomes obvious.
Yeah, it becomes obvious.
But that's fine. Anyway, so I'm hoping that with the new rules that it becomes easier for me to work these ones in.
The Vengorian Lord.
Yeah, like the big monsters, because I had fun painting them and they look cool. I'm like, I did a good job. So
yeah, we have both a Vengorian Lord.
I don't want to feel guilty.
And Luckavai.
Like,
and very rarely either of them make it onto the table currently.
And you know, to be clear, I'm honestly not competitive. Like when I'm playing, I'm like, I get riled up. I want to like do a good job, and it's fun to win, right? But it's fine if I lose. But when I go to like tournaments, I don't care. I'm there to like get my army on the table for potentially best painted, right? So that's when I take my fun stuff. Like when I took Nagash and just like got us the wooden spoon from it. That's when I'll take my fun stuff. So but this year I'm not doing Soulblight. I'm gonna take. We'll see what I do for teams, but I'm gonna do when I go to Old Town Throwdown. I'm gonna take my Seraphon. So are we caught up on super chats?
We're not. We've done almost none.
Well, let's do that.
Okay.
Because I think chat deserves to be acknowledged.
All right, Saray, member for 10 months. We know this guy. He says skeletons make xylophone sounds. Other monsters. What sounds do they make?
Wolves howl.
Wolves have their little howling.
Like, so, let's say yodel. Are we talking like, we're talking about instruments, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think just sounds.
Okay.
Because he says xylophone sounds.
You're right. But xylophone is a musical instrument, and I assume it's like them playing on their ribs or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do zombies do? They're like squishy.
They have like a
rotting.
squishy trudging sound.
But like, what's their music sound, Zach?
Oh,
bagpipes. Through their own like intestine and like guts. That's like that is like the original bagpipe, right?
I don't think they do that.
No, okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, they're like very leathery, right? They could have like a
so they could do like
skin drum.
The wind. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wind. You know what? They're not leathery because they're wet.
They're wet.
Because they're like rotting.
Fleshy.
Yeah, they're not dried out.
No, I guess not.
Or stretched. Okay, what else? Vampires. What sounds would they make? What's their musical instrument equivalent?
Wait, who? Vampires?
Yeah, vampires.
I don't know. I always kind of imagine that your average vampire is like part of a string quartet.
Yeah, just because of them being fancy pants.
Being fancy, getting to live forever, they'd probably get pretty good at like violin. I could also see them playing piano.
Yeah.
Cello.
That's
I feel
fair.
like a European high skill instrument like violin, cello, piano. Maybe there's an oboe player in there. I could see Neferata playing the oboe.
Oh yeah.
I think Annika plays cello.
Yeah. Oh God, his leg's broken. No, don't break.
Oh really? That's weird. Just kidding. That pretty much always happens.
Told you guys.
All
Misery.
right.
Okay, thanks,
All right,
Saray.
That's enough.
Goofball.
Saray,
yeah. We're not entertaining this anymore.
Saray, if you want to keep talking about this, we can talk about it at the studio.
In our meeting.
Yeah, in the meeting. We can put a whole segment for it.
Thank you, Vino, mod and member for 10 months as a lab rat. Meg hates dogs and video games.
In video games?
Well, this sort of started because I was watching Vino play the Resident Evil 4 remake, and there was a dog, and I was like, kill it! Like, it's probably going to be a zombie.
Oh, right. And that is a thing in Resident Evil.
It is, but in this particular version of Resident Evil, it was a helpful dog. So I was wrong, but still, I think my instinct is right. If you're living in a zombie land and a thing comes at you, get rid of it. It's just going to become a zombie later.
Fascinating.
No, but yeah, I was triggered because of those Resident Evil
There are zombie dogs
Like,
in
the Doberman Pinschers.
And then JPC says, I'm new around here. Cats can show up too.
They can and they do sometimes. Although it's funny that you asked that because right before the stream I was like, can we kick them out today? So we kicked our cats out today, but maybe on a future stream we'll leave them in here and once in a while they get to jump on our lap. It's cute.
Bartok. Joplin doesn't usually do that.
Bartok is the gray one that you saw in the meme.
Yeah.
Joplin is the black one that you didn't see in the meme.
Yep. Actually, both of our cats are pretty well behaved during streams for the most part. There has been a stream or two where Joplin's in here and then just like an hour 45 into a 2-hour stream, he's like, I need out now. Yeah, I think Saray and I were in the middle fan stuff, and I were doing one, and he just like walked in the middle of us and just started meowing aggressively.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Joplin is whatever he wants, you can just pet him and he'll take that instead.
That's true. So you can buy you some time if you just pet him.
If Joplin wants to be let out, you can then just pet him a few times. And then he'll like kind of calm down and he'll like hang out and see what happens next for like 5 minutes or so. Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you, JPC. And glad to have you around.
Yeah, actually, well, I was going to say, is some of his fan stuff coming up? I forget too.
We'll see.
Okay. Kunachi says, love to all doggos.
That's right. We do love animals.
We do. Meg and I actually do like dogs. We used to have a dog. And I know
Bay Area. Actually, the Bay Area loves dogs, but it's hard to find apartments that allow dogs. Thank you for the hearts.
I will say 2 things about dogs and dog owners and such. Thing number 1 is what do you need?
I'm just looking at the numbers.
Okay. Thing number 1, you use the mouse though, I think.
You're right. Sorry, I kind of forgot.
Thing number 1, I think, about dogs and dog owners, Meg mentioned the Bay Area, is holy shit, are there so many annoying dog owners in the Bay Area.
Oh, God, people don't train their dogs.
So bad.
People don't train their dogs to sit or, like, to not scream at other dogs passing by, or like they let their dog off leash, and all these things drive me crazy.
Or they're just like so freaking, and it's not just the Bay Area. I'm sure
bring it with me to the grocery store because God forbid my dog not be at my side all. There's a lot of that.
I'm sure it's
anyway,
I'm sure it's not just the Bay Area.
Dogs are fine. It's the owners that are annoying, I think.
Yeah.
When they don't train their dogs.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
All right.
We said it.
Thank you, Chris, by the way, for always supporting us
and
the gifted membership. We do
you.
appreciate that. As always, Chris, good to see you. Good to hear from you. We heard from him yesterday. We were hanging out with him in Hobby Collab, but still. And thanks, Bygron. Great videos, as always. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Bygron or Big Ron?
Big Ron? Big Ron? Bygron?
I don't know.
It's probably Big Ron. That makes more sense. But you would kind of think maybe the R would be big or something,
You would think that, yeah. Well,
but Big Ron, Bygron. Bygron. Bigger.
They'll confirm it.
They'll confirm it, yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, moving on to some other art. Let's use some art. Oh, I found, speaking of Death Rattle, I found this picture when I was looking for cities pictures.
Yeah.
And I've never seen this artwork before previously.
It's so spooky.
Yeah. And it looks like some of it has been cut off.
This kid's about to get it.
But there's another kid about to get it on the left that looks like got cut off when we put it up here. But these skeletons are you don't see art like this a lot from GW. Like, these kids are probably going to get murdered right here.
It's pretty great, actually.
I think it's Cursed City.
People talking about dogs getting it in movies. Like, I'm a fan of when kids get it, and I don't mean like I hate kids or I want kids, to die in movies. I'm like, okay, that's probably what would really happen.
Oh,
so I'm glad they included it. I don't like it when movies or shows like shy away from it because it's uncomfortable. I'm like, well, that's what would have happened. Mm-hmm. I remember a lot of people freaked out in The Walking Dead when, spoiler alert, when Carl has to kill his mom during childbirth, and I'm like, that's probably how that would have went down. Like, what do you want? Like, that's drama.
That's hard to say, because also that was at a time in TV when it was like the in thing to do was kill off characters.
This was like right before that, device, I think. Like before that really was a big major.
Yeah, I mean they started it. Them and Game of Thrones started. Like, really. Let's like kill characters as a clever plot device.
My point is that it didn't bother me because I was like, I mean, it didn't bother me like, oh, they shouldn't have put that on TV. It bothered me because it was dramatic, which is the intent.
Right.
And to me, that makes it good TV. But not everyone agrees with that.
These guys are painted exactly like your guys. Here, let's go to the shoulder.
I know.
Real quick.
Okay.
There you go. See, there's them. And then here's Meg's. It's like literally the same.
Yes. They just need the banner.
Yeah, imagine if that had been in the artwork.
Oh my god, it'd be so silly.
GW just with a banner with a bone going in a butthole. Like, what? What is that from?
Why? But what? And Matt Rose is like, yeah, but I saw this channel and this girl, and I need those peggers.
Here's Neferata riding her.
She's cool.
Dread Abysmal. A lot of people don't know that. That's what that's called.
Oh yeah.
Here she
I like
is.
how it's glowing.
Yeah.
I didn't do mine glowing. Yeah.
Yeah. Neferata, super cool. Super famous old world vampire.
Yeah, how old is this artwork?
Made the move to Sigmar. Mm-hmm. Here she is fighting some Chaos slaves to D, Chaos warriors down there.
Go get him. Get him, girl.
Very cool. Oh, and then speaking of Dread Abysmals, here's Manfred with his Dread Abysmal.
Yeah. Oh, isn't he handsome?
Mm-hmm. This is the coolest artwork I've seen of him.
Yeah,
that's
he looks
for sure.
cool. I mean, it's very cool. Looks like he's about to do something.
He looks more vampire-y in this than I'm used to seeing him.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. Yeah, this is pretty cool artwork of him, I think so. He looks rather dapper. This is kind of
the classic artwork.
This is very classic, and I was saying the other day that I think this is just like one of my favorite war tome or battle tome covers. Just like, and it's one of my favorite pieces of art for Soulblight. But I think this artwork even might go back to the old world. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
But it's such a great piece of artwork. I love it. The vampire looks so cool. I've never really noticed it before either, but one thing that's kind of cool is the skeletons in the front and the vampire are looking at the same thing. They're like looking up at something.
Oh, yeah. I guess so is that wolf. Maybe.
The wolf doesn't really look like he is. Yeah. But I like the way that the front couple skeletons and the vampire are all like looking up at the same thing.
Up, yeah.
That's really cool.
This is cool artwork.
And then we found a funny meme. Oh no, wait! I guess the meme is next. After this one, we'll come back to it. Yeah. Here's Bella D. So this is like artwork on the newer side because all of Vierkros is kind of new. So this would be pretty new, and she's creepy looking.
Yeah, she looks disgusting.
I don't think I ever really realized she had these feathers sticking out like this.
Yeah, I've from her back.
Yeah.
She
has something. The model has it too. I just don't think I've ever really thought about it before. Yeah. Okay, and then here's this meme that we found, which I thought was a pretty good
meme of the year.
It's not made by anyone in our channel, but
it gets to be the new mod.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
What is this exactly from?
What? Like the.
One movie. I mean, this is kind of like a trope.
This trope, yeah.
It's sort of like a trope, but I know there's one movie that's like really famously associated with.
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Somebody in chat's gonna know.
I've seen it pop up too many times. Yeah.
Record scratch freeze frame. Yeah, that's me. It's so good.
Well.
Anyway.
Great.
Yeah. So.
What about that artwork?
Yeah, I don't know, what about that artwork? Saving Private Ryan. It's not from Saving Private Ryan, sir, right? All right, on to my next skeleton.
Can you imagine?
like the beaches of Normandy scene?
Like the guy next to him just gets shot and it's like freeze frame.
Bet you're wondering how I ended up here. It's like, not really. You're probably
I think we know.
You're probably drafted.
Learned about it in history, yeah. How is your skeleton making going?
How
many have you done?
I'm on number 3.
Okay, I'm on number 3 also, but I haven't done the shields. I'm gonna do all the shields.
I've done the shields.
I don't care about that part so much.
27, 28. It's actually it's a horrible stream concept in some ways because we spend a lot of time in silence hunting for things.
I was realizing that when you were asking me about like, oh, why do you like the Soulblight?
Yeah, I was like, oh,
and I was like, oh
answering.
man, I have to answer this, and I have to look for numbers while I'm answering, and it's really hard. That's okay. That's just how it goes.
So we were kind of talking, and we were saying yesterday, we were asking playing cities. What would you play? Why would you like playing cities? Right?
Yeah.
We kind of went through the. It's also not Casablanca, Polly. You guys, neither of those are. Both those are obviously wrong.
Why are you acknowledging these bozos?
I know.
Just ignore them. They're being bozos.
Okay, so I feel like personally, here we'll go back to this for a second. Okay. I kind of feel like personally, I would not play Soulblight. Okay. I'm not the biggest vampire person. Yeah. Which you kind of said you weren't either.
I'm really not. Yeah. Like vampire movies, I'm like, eh. But the zombies I like.
The what you like?
The zombies I like. Actually, painting the vampires I don't hate because they've got like capes, which are kind of nice, and their skin is showing. They don't wear stupid helmets. So
the vampires, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. You get to do some cool stuff with the skin too. It's like real skin adjacent, right? But you get to kind of play with it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to look real because they should look pale,
right,
or dead.
Right. And then as far as horror stuff goes, I've always thought ghosts were the coolest.
Okay.
Compared to.
That's true. You've always been into ghost stories.
Yeah. And I tend to also think even like demon stuff is scarier. And quite honestly, the other, I mean, we've talked about this before, the ogre is really, right?
Are cool.
Even if they can do the Hills Have Eyes vibe, redneck ogres, right, are scary. So, yeah, I guess I'm not the biggest vampire fan. I don't think I dislike vampires. I do like werewolves.
Yeah, they're cool.
And I guess that's sort of how they get Virkros into the mix. They or not how they get Virkros is how they get lycanthropes into the mix, right? Which is kind of cool. So yeah, I don't know. And then playstyle wise, I don't really like them either. It's not really my.
What don't you like about them? You like to be more bullish.
What does that mean?
I don't know, like go in.
Yeah. I think the best Soulblight is sort of you almost inevitably are waiting for somebody. Well, no, that's not true because I do like playing cagey and kind of avoid, but I don't think it's a very cagey army. It kind of is like, here are some targets, you can come deal with them, and then they'll come back, and meanwhile a zombie dragon might attack you or whatever, right? Like, I don't think of them as particularly cagey.
Okay.
I think this is another reason I often make fun of Manfred, is Manfred himself has some kind of cagey rules. And then I think people in general think Legion of Night is cagey, but it's not. Sorry everybody. It was not cagey in Third Ed. The way I think some armies can be cagey.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. And then
what about the models themselves? Like, I guess you said you don't like vampires.
No. Honestly, this Vampire Lord model right here, this guy's pretty much based on a model, right? I mean, actually, he is, right?
Yeah,
down to the weapon.
Except the bats aren't in his hair, but yeah.
Yeah, down to the weapon.
I kind of want to get this model again and repaint it more like this. I think it'd be cool to paint it as if it's like from the shots, like even with the moonlight and stuff.
That could be a cool entry into like a thing.
Yeah, I kind of just want to do it, but maybe I should strip him and repaint him. I might actually do that because I'm not happy with the paint job on it.
Why not? In the interim, you have two other vampires that could serve as him. You know what I mean? Right, yeah. It's not like It's not like if it took you 6 months to get him back on the table, it would matter, really, right? Models. Let's see.
Yeah, how do you feel about the model range?
My favorite model in the range is the Vargai. No, who's the Vargskir.
The Vargskier.
He's
cute.
He is my favorite model on the range, and I dare say.
And I never play with him.
Dare say one of my favorite models in all of Sigmar, honestly.
Really?
Like probably in the top 10.
The werewolf.
The werewolf guy. He's the Vargskier. He's so cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of your infantry. None of the infantry really appeal to
Death Rattle, skeleton. Yeah, skeletons, Graveguard, which need a refresh.
They do.
And zombies.
That sword is
I think
pulling them
fun.
along. They're all like trudging forward with the sword.
And zombies. Who else?
I like.
Wolves. Did we say the wolves? Are there any? Am I missing any major?
There's Blood Knights. Blood Knights are.
They're not
infantry. Sorry,
cool,
yeah. But they're cool. I get the appeal with Blood Knights, for sure. And we see that a lot. I see people always want Blood Knights to be good. People always are hoping, I hope Blood Knights are very cool. I hope I can build around Blood Knights.
Yeah.
And it's hard because I think war games just really, if you have a cheap unit that can return when it dies and can get buffed up with lots of like little special bonuses, I think that's really hard to then say, oh, instead of taking that, why don't we take like these elite knight guys that die, and then that's that, right? So they're kind of always up against ironically, they're up against their own creations. Their own legions that they summon are like kind of better.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a way. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a spear one.
Okay.
I don't want to do too many.
I'm doing swords.
Oh, the spear is so bad. I'm trying to look and see if there's a spear that I think will be less breakable.
There isn't one.
There isn't one.
But it's okay. Do whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I might do a spear or two also.
It looks cool when there's like a few spears like mixed in.
Yeah, I agree. I don't remember what I think I must have done swords with the other one for the most. No, I think I mixed it up.
I think you mixed it up, but it's a lot of.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of swords.
Yeah, because I think I figured out pretty fast that I hated the spears.
The spears are gonna break. Yeah.
And it didn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reminder that we're gonna be playing them. Well, I'll be playing them on stream.
July 15th. That's a Monday.
If you want to see them on our channel.
That's a Monday. We are kind of finalizing our schedule, but a lot of it we have for our opening week. I think that game is going to be against Saray playing Magakin. So that should be fun. A real horde slap fest of just gross units.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Vargskier. What's your favorite model in the whole line?
Oh. Interesting. I haven't actually thought about this, like, at all. Well, I like the snake lady. What's her name? Sakar?
Sakar, yeah.
Because I love the snake. Oh, cool. And then, yeah, now there's a snake also in our mix. What is my favorite? What did I like painting the most? I mean, I don't know, Zach.
You love painting your Skirgan True Blades.
I liked how they came out.
Okay.
Like they weren't. I wasn't particularly like attracted to them.
Okay.
I was just like, oh, I'm doing a good job with these.
I would honestly say that's probably that and the Vargskier are my favorite units, visually.
That's true. Yeah, they are really.
The True Blades
like
are super
them.
cool.
I don't know what my favorite one is. I liked Cato, but that was because I gave him cat ears.
Even without the cat ears,
like
though,
that made it fun for me, right?
Yeah,
making it a cat person was fun. But my favorite model. None of these models like excite me. Like the way the Croxagors do for Ceravon, I'm like very into the Croxagor models.
So honestly,
I'm like pretty good. I like all these models, but I'm not like in love with any of these models. You're probably right. It's probably like the Vargskier or like Belladama or Radikar, the Beast. because they're wolfy.
Kind of a gripe of mine about the army is, they don't have...
I really like Lakavai, honestly, but I don't play with her enough to like have feelings for her.
The Vangorian Lords in general? Do
Yeah,
you feel like you like that?
I think it's cool. I think
that is pretty cool.
They're weird looking, and I like that.
Timbit's right. I'd like to see a redone Vampire Lord on Dragon.
That probably I want to say that because it's the coolest like model to play with because it's a badass, but then it looks stupid. Like, or it just doesn't look that cool. I don't think it actually looks that stupid. I think
it doesn't look that stupid. The
but
rider, honestly,
Yeah, I think if they redid it, that would probably be my favorite because it's a dragon and it would be a big monster. I like the big monstery stuff.
Saray says he thinks the Death Rattle skeletons are the best looking basic infantry in the entire game.
I think
they are pretty good.
Convert Smaug. Can I do that? Can I convert Smaug into my?
No, I mean I don't.
So
I guess I don't care. But the dragon is actually Tim's right. They should redo the dragon and the Vampire Lord
for sure.
But the dragon himself is actually not too bad.
The dragon himself is okay, but he's like this, and I'm like, you should be doing like this. His
pose
like,
kind of is funky.
Yeah, you should be way more aggressive as the dragon.
He's like
should be
skulking.
Imposing. Yeah.
Which I don't mind. But...
I just there's room for improvement. I'll say.
What do you think best basic infantry? Best looking basic infantry in the entire game?
I don't know, because I love the Skaven, and they redid them, right? I think the little rats are so cute.
Skaven, interesting.
The little what do you call them? What's their basic?
Clan rats.
Clan rats, yeah. I think they're cute.
Let me think. It's not Mortek Guard, that's for sure.
Who else is out there?
Freeguild Steel Helm's pretty cool.
Yeah, but they're just dudes. We talked about this yesterday.
Sentinels and Wardens. Wardens.
What about like chaos stuff? I tend to like chaos stuff because the models are fun.
A lot of them are very cool.
Yeah.
The Kakalites, the Zinch, whatever they're called, the Zinch guys.
Are the Nurglings, are those considered?
Nurglings. I don't think we call them basic infantry.
Okay.
They're like a little swarm.
Got it.
Unit. Yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question.
That is a good question. But Saray thinks it's Death Rattle.
They're up. They are good. It's a good kit. This guy I just built, I'm really into.
Oh, great.
He doesn't
have a helmet. Thank you.
And then he's like doing this like squaring off pose.
Great.
This guy looks like he's like in a dungeon about to fight go one-on-one.
Well, he's not in a dungeon. He's
I know.
Outside.
But he looks more like
he does.
He's like more ready for D&D with his pose and look than he is for Sigmar. Yeah. Oh man.
All right.
Saray.
What's next?
Clan rats, really, Saray? He totally derailed me into a very interesting question, though.
Yeah. What about squigs? Are they basic infantry? Because they're cute.
Yeah, I guess.
Zach is not happy with this. Do you mind if I switch us to... Well, I guess we could actually just look at the instructions in this view as well.
Yep.
Doesn't really matter. Okay, thanks. What's next? 35, 34, 36. Okay, we can go back.
The guy I built is about to fight a monster.
Okay. Should we put him up next to the Croxagore? Come on, guys.
yeah. He's
Take it. He can do it.
We
believe in you, dude.
He's about to get smashed by a Croxagore.
Yeah, put on the camera. Here. This is the best part about doing this, right? Because then you get to play with your toys. All right. There, look. Imagine. What a hero. What a blaze of glory he's going out on.
He's not really doing the...
He's not doing what you said, yeah.
There we go. You can't really do much because his legs will break.
Yeah. Gotta be...
Oh, there you go. So anyway, yeah, very, very derailed. But it is a really good question. Honestly, I think some of the Nighthaunt Grimghast Reapers are the Nighthaunt. I don't have any of them built and painted, but they're the ones with the sickles.
Okay.
They're just like spooky Nighthaunt with a big sickle.
Okay.
They're pretty good. I'm trying to think. I'm kind of going through sub-faction. I don't think it's anything in Flesh Eater Courts or OBR.
Yeah.
Seraphon Warriors, the new Seraphon Warrior. Ooh, what about them?
Oh yeah, are they basic infantry?
I think we would call them basic infantry.
Not like that wouldn't be
like elite infantry or something.
It wouldn't like I think of the skinks as basic infantry.
Well, you can and a lot of people do build armies with no skinks.
Oh, okay.
And instead you have Saurus Warriors. So I think you would count those guys.
Okay.
Well, maybe Saurus Warriors are my vote.
Okay.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are pretty cool actually.
The new kit, yeah. Okay. I'm on to my next collection too. Is it 35, 34, 36?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I would play this army though, but I have played the army on stream.
Yeah.
I've not ever taken it to an event or anything. You know.
Yeah.
It's not exactly for me. A little too much magic also for me.
Oh right, you're not a big fan of magic. I like magic.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings. The goblins I
think
play,
it's fun.
Goblins I play have a ton of magic, so I say that, but they have kind of a lot.
I think I like magic because, or I have liked magic, right? Who knows how I'll like it in fourth. But it's like, it's the start of the game and you're just sort of screwing with your opponent's plans early. Like, oh, I'm going to be stronger than you thought, or you're going to be weaker, or like you're stuck where you are, or you don't get to fight in the order you thought you would. I kind of enjoy that aspect of it, along with fun things like Hand of Dust.
That makes sense. 35, 34, 36. Okay.
Yeah, Suri still likes the skeletons more than the dinosaurs.
34, okay. Yeah, I think magic is too frustrating for me.
Sure, because it's not reliable.
It's not reliable, and man, towards the end of third, prayers were really pissing me off too.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if there's something to that, right? Like, you don't like that part of it. I do. I don't like the Grave Guard. I feel like you would know how to use the Grave Guard. Like, you'd be more tactical with them than I am. I think you and I are just...
I can't stand how slow they are. Your army's too slow for me.
It's true. It is like, you have to be cagey with my army, or otherwise...
But you can't...
Because you don't have a choice.
I guess.
You can't move that fast. Like, I can't... The things that move fast, you don't want to put out in front, because they'll just die, and then you lose it.
Right.
So you kind of have to be a bit cagey, at least for the first few rounds.
Having screens like you do seems interesting. None of my armies really have screens.
That's true.
The only screen any of my armies I regularly play have are goblins, and the screens don't really serve the same purpose of like literally screening a unit I want to fight with. Instead, they just like are roadblocks.
Yeah.
They just slow you down. Otherwise, I none of my armies really have like screens that I can like afford to just throw away. It's kind of, that seems interesting.
That's something I'm gonna have to like get used to. That and like having a ward automatically, like just little things that I've taken for granted.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me nervous. That's not really the right word to say, but
it's different though, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna play a different army, and I'm like, ugh, what is it gonna feel like not to have those crutches? You know, but I'll have different crutches. Like crutch is probably a wrong word too, but it'll just be different.
Yeah. I mean, one of the differences with Seraphon when you play them is that Saurus Warriors, like, they don't really need a screen.
That'll feel so weird.
They're just tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people are really going to have to think about what they throw into 20 Saurus Warriors, for example.
Like whenever
Brett plays that, right? And whenever we play Brett, I'm like, I'm not confident that even 20 souped up witch elves can kill 20 Saurus Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I put stuff out, I'm like, I have to be prepared to lose this because all my stuff is weak.
Right.
But so that'll feel weird.
A lot of Seraphon players also just use like 10 skinks as a screen. Just send them out to die.
Oh.
Feels
little guys.
Feels sad compared to 20 zombies
I know.
10 skeletons, but yeah.
Because they're so cute. Oh,
but they know what they're getting themselves into by being.
Yeah, everyone's here to fight. That's what we learned.
Yep. Okay, so we did get some cool rules, and I want to see, Meg, how you're feeling about these rules.
Which ones?
The new rules for your army.
Yeah, well, when we talked about it in the faction-focused chat,
Yes.
I didn't feel like the rules had changed so much that I had any strong feelings about them. Like, it's great. Not a whole lot new to learn, which makes it easier on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have any major complaints anyway, so...
The book was in a pretty good place, right?
I'm good. Like, I'm happy, and now I know what to do a bit better, like, with this army. So, there's a couple of things that are different that stood out to me. One was Vile Transference.
Oh, the spell Vile Transference, yeah.
So now it's something we all just get, which is cool. But the spell itself is different. So currently in 3rd, it is best against, like, monsters or things with high wound count, because you're rolling against the wound characteristic.
You roll that many dice, right?
But here, now you're going to be rolling. It has a wider range, and you're going after hordes. You want lots of little guys, because you're rolling against the model count.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I'm interested in seeing that shake out. I assume that's because, the rats are in the box, right? So it's like kind of playing into like maybe a horde focus. More of a horde focus this
I
go
don't
around?
know. I don't know.
Oh,
That's hard to say. I mean,
well,
maybe.
why would they change that color of it? Like, what would prompt them to change?
I don't know.
Like the story behind the spell, and instead of just writing a new spell,
Well, for sure they love to recycle names, and I think they don't do this because they're lazy. I think it's characterful, right? Like, I'm guessing there's been a Vile Transference since the Old World. There's been some spell called Vile Transference, right? And I'm guessing it changes. It does different things.
The essence of the spell is you're stealing, like, power or health or whatever. Well, health now from another unit. It's very vampiric, but so you're saying like that part of it has probably been around, but the manner in which you absorb the power has changed, maybe, or maybe other parts of it have changed. I wouldn't know.
I'm suggesting yes. What you're saying. I'm saying that my guess is. Sorry, I'm trying to see if this is.
I know, and I need the instructions really quick. Can we flip that up and then we'll come back to this?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that they, I think they do this kind of a lot. Sorry, let me find the mouse here. There you go.
Thanks.
And yeah, but I don't know. It's a good question. Why it went from being kind of like an anti-monster spell to being an anti-horde spell. But I was telling Megan before the stream that I kind of don't like it. I would, if I was a Soulblight player.
You don't like how it changed the spell?
I don't care about it changing. Oh. I wouldn't want it to be my unlimited spell.
Oh, yeah.
Unlimited, I'm assuming, especially in a magic-heavy army like Soulblight is, I really would want honestly, I would have wanted my unlimited spell to be like an 18-inch D3 Mortal Wounds, and like the Vampire Heals 1 or something.
I mean, yeah.
Like, when you take this unlimited spell against my Beastclaw Raiders, it's going to feel crappy.
We were talking about this, but, like, that's not going to be my only... it's not going to be my only spell on the field, right? Like, it's just the one that I get to use universally. And I don't think that the spell that the armies use universally should be that powerful. Like, should be that amazing.
No, I totally agree with that. Totally agree.
Like...
That's why I'm suggesting... I totally agree with that, Meg.
But I'm not worried about that. Like, I would just need to put different spells on different guys to account for that. Like,
they should be more flexible, though, is my opinion. Or not so specialized. This one is like too specialized for an unlimited spell, is my point.
Sure.
Does that make sense? I would want the unlimited spell, like I said, to do like, the D3 Mortal Wound thing. Maybe like basically be what Arcane Bolt is now, but maybe 18-inch range or something instead. And maybe if it's cast by a Vampire, heals 1 wound or something on him. I don't know. What do you guys think, folks at home? I feel like you want your unlimited spells are going to be. It's looking like every faction has one of their 3 is unlimited, and I think it's going to be a really big component to how you work. Polychrome, Luminous Unlimited one is +4 movement. That's good.
Hi, Caliban.
That's a great unlimited one. It's not like movement is always useful, right? Yeah, +4 movement, +1 wound maybe on an army that's not that like crazy, or like +1 attack if it's like a troll army or something that doesn't have throw that many dice. Those are like interesting to me. Yeah, honestly, just like a D3 mortal wound spell. But the like anti-horde component of the unlimited one is sort of weird to me. That's all I'm saying, Meg.
Yeah. Guys, if you haven't voted in our poll yet, make sure you do. We're going to end it soon. It's already 11. It's almost 11:30.
Yep.
Yeah. We want to know what rattles your bones.
What rattles
Because we're
your...
talking death rattle. You didn't like that. You like that?
I did.
Yeah.
This guy, I hate the pose this guy ended up in. Some of them I hate their poses. I don't know.
I mean, they're like shambling around. So
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
Can't hold themselves right.
Right,
It's like you get what you get. It's like a snapshot.
I don't know how this guy.
And then there's some dudes with their arms on backwards and they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that I don't like either.
I love that. Let's look back at some more of the rules.
This guy's holding his shield like a dinner plate. He's like,
yeah,
it's kind of weird.
He's gonna like slice your neck with it.
Okay.
Just gotta get creative, Zach, with the explanation.
Okay, Meg. So let me ask you, how are you
ask
feeling?
Me some more.
Yeah, how are you feeling about?
The change to the hunger.
Mm-hmm.
I feel ambivalent about it. Like, there's ways for it to work in your favor, like where you would get more.
It's kind of a
than
wash,
you would
right?
have gotten normally.
Yeah.
And there's ways where you'll get less. So yeah, I felt like it was a wash. I don't mind it. I like how it's at the end of any turn or phase, right?
Yes, it can be your opponent's turn too.
Yeah. So that's nice.
That's actually gonna be handy. Like, I understand also the double turn situation is changing, but imagine like sometimes you're like, I just need to heal this guy, and you don't get the opportunity
right,
to.
and then it's dead.
And then he's dead.
And then he's dead.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So you've got your deep. Oh, this is cool. No more grave sites. Instead, they come from.
Yeah, just from terrain.
Terrain. How are you feeling about that? Look at this pose, Meg. Why is this? This shield is so stupid. Are you okay with this?
Yes, I really don't care.
I don't understand why I'd be holding it like that.
He's just. I mean, that's the way you glued it. So.
He looks like he's yelling, I guess, or something.
He's just having a tough time with his
shield.
shield.
His arm is turned in this weird way so that when you glue the shield on,
it's okay.
It's like facing down.
I love how upset you are.
I'm not upset.
It's just
it's kind of weird.
Here's your other guy. You can have him back. I need to catch up to you by doing all my shields.
Yeah, how do you feel? No more grave sites. Sad? Are you sad? No more grave.
I mean, I'll use them as like terrain decor now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine because I have them built at least. But like they're just gonna come out of the other terrain that's on the board. So cool. That's like 8 spots, right? Aren't they using like 8?
Typically, yeah.
6 to 8 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So seems better. I don't know. What's the problem? I guess because you can't be strategic with it, right? Like.
Well, in a GT, you could if you're the one who sets up the terrain.
Yes. Yeah.
It's interesting. Your opponent and if your opponent sets up terrain, it's something they have to think about.
Yeah, but don't they tell you where to set the terrain up pretty much now? Aren't they going to do that?
That's
you're gonna know.
That's how they do it at Old Town Throwdown, and the game itself now
but
has.
GTs don't have to do that. You mean?
Yeah, like at LVO, they didn't do it that way.
I see.
They had kind of some general guidelines.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
It'll be
kind
fine.
of agree. I like it.
Yeah.
Your Deathly Invocation is a little more flexible now.
Deathly Invocation.
Yeah, it just heals
Which
flat
one was
3.
that?
It's the one that like brings
where-
things
I'm not-
back.
Where is it?
Up there, top right.
Oh, okay. Pick a hero, pick up 3. Yep. Heal the target. If the target is damaged, heal the target. Oh, yeah, you don't have to worry about... Right, because there's no more grave sites, so it's just a flat. Well, no, if it was a grave site, it would go up to 4. If it was within 12 inches of a grave site.
Mm-hmm.
So that part kind of sucks.
Oh, this was not the one that was D3.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's something else, though, that I had feelings about. And that was Deathmarch, this new battle formation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a new sub-faction, I guess, right?
Yes. The battle formations previously called sub-factions,
and it adds 1 to the rend of melee weapons for your this is all death rattle, right? This is a skeleton battle formation, which is why I want to make more skeletons, because we should try it, right?
Yeah.
Add 1 to the rend if it charges and it has more models than what it's charging, which is currently just on the scroll for the death rattle skeletons.
Right.
And I was kind of like, that's lame.
Right.
But now it's going to apply to, I didn't realize that sort of thing is only the death rattle skeleton. So now it'll apply to all the skeletons.
Anything with the death rattle keyword, which significantly includes Graveguard.
Yeah.
And Black Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then these Warcry skeletons that are also
the Sepulchre Guard. They might not be in
and
the
book.
other.
What's the other group? I just looked them up. I was like, I didn't even realize these guys were a thing.
The Underworld's Graveguard.
Yeah. I'm not sure where they are.
It'll be interesting to see.
There we go. The Sons of Velmorn and the King Morlack Velmorn.
It's going to be interesting to see Black Knights and what they do.
Yeah.
Because this is one of the few armies that has both like a heavy cavalry and a light cavalry. Very few armies have both.
Right.
And so we've kind of seen Blood Knights, I think, but we haven't seen Black Knights yet.
No. Sorry, I'm looking for my next set. 43, 44, 42. All right. Cool. Yeah, I had a thought, though. I was thinking, like, I think they should just add 1 to rend. I don't think they should have to have more models.
You don't like that condition?
No.
Yeah.
I think if you take this, you should just get the rend. How do you feel about my opinion?
It's not a bad opinion, but I'll say a couple things. And you're about to hear my reasoning behind why I'm a little skeptical or not like the biggest fan of the Vile Transference spell.
Okay.
So if you think throughout the game and you kind of think like, I'm sending 20 Death Rattle in to a unit of blank. Think about when you send them into a unit of 20 something. What is that thing that they're going to go into? So what are other things that they're not going to outnumber? Or let's say you've lost 3. You have 17 and you're going into a unit of 20. So you're not going to get your rend perk.
Yeah.
Who is that, right? Well, for us on the stream, it's Witch Elves. They have armor 6. You don't really care, right? They barely have any armor anyway.
Still.
It's who else? This is kind of a good ability because you're typically going into if the lower the model count, often the case, the more elite it is, and maybe the better its armor is. So I kind of like it. It really otherwise like Mortec Guard if you play against OBR, that would be like, you want to outnumber them because they're armor 4, so that'd be cool to take them to armor 5. Otherwise, I don't know. Like I think I agree with you. Of course, it would be better if it didn't have that stipulation.
I just kind of think like this stipulation belongs on the death rattle when they're not in this formation, whatever, right? This battle formation. But if this is like, oh, this is my faction, this is my thing, or my sub-faction, like, This is my big lore story, like
Yeah.
the type of army.
Oh,
I am.
I
Like,
see. Yeah.
you should just get a cool perk. Like,
Yeah.
that should just come with.
Well,
Like, there's a reason you're good at that. Like, you don't even
Right.
need to outnumber them. You're
just better,
stronger
yeah.
because you're more bones. You're trying to be OC arc.
Right. Well,
That's what they should call it. Want to be OC arc.
And what I think also
OC
is
arc light.
the other thing about it, I would say, is it's going to be good against. It's going to be good for Death Rattle Graveguard. Black Knights, if you have a unit of 5, what are they going to outnumber? Right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to outnumber a monster, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not. This ability is actually not as interesting on Black Knights as it is on Graveguard. And
Well, you just got to take a bigger unit.
You got to take
but
a unit of 10. Yeah.
Anyway,
Looks like you got to build,
like a minor.
build and paint 5 more Black Knights.
Yeah, I don't want to. It's a minor gripe I had with this battle formation, but okay, it's fine.
Do I need to build a banner guy or no?
No. I had to do it. I did it.
Do I need to build a leader?
Nope, I did those already.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're just building bozos. Just some bozos. All right. I think is it time to end this poll?
It is definitely time to end the poll. I think I can build
because we also need to head into fan stuff very soon.
Yeah. So okay, let's end our
guys,
poll.
let's talk about this poll.
You said the poll is what rattles your bones the most. What do you mean exactly by that? Scares you?
Scares you.
Okay.
You've never what did you think it meant? Let's talk about that.
Annoyed.
Oh, no.
But then I was like, heights. People don't think heights are annoying. They think they're scary.
Rattles your bones like you're rattling because you're scared. Ooh, you're shaking.
Okay.
Right,
No,
guys?
that checks out. That checks out.
I'm right here, right?
Yeah,
Did you guys think it was annoyed? You guys thought it was annoyed? Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the heck?
That's what I think other people want so clearly.
I was like, other people scare you, guys?
Well, that's just Chris and Timbit, but.
All right.
I didn't exactly know what.
Come on, Zach. We all know what you'd think rattle your bones.
No, I really didn't.
Well, now I'm just disappointed in chat. No, it meant scared. Guys, this is scary. Scary skeletons. Ugh, they're rattling your bones. Ah, come on. Okay. But yeah, I was surprised, but I was like, oh, I think our chat is just trolling, right? They're afraid of other people. But I'm like, actually, our chat is very social and like friendly and gets along with each other in our community.
Right.
So I was like, I don't believe that other people annoy you that much. Okay.
So one of those, what do they call that? It's like you did a poll. It's like you did something scientific, but you did it poorly.
I wrote the poll question poorly. Apparently, it was not a very scientific poll that we just conducted.
Yeah.
See, John Havman got it. Okay. What did you pick? Or what assuming now that you know what you know about the question, what would you pick?
So none of these things scare me.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, well, these aren't scary, but that might just be me. I know Megan is afraid of heights.
I am terrified of heights. I get sick just thinking about it.
And I don't enjoy heights. I'm not like looking for my next opportunity to be on a ladder or like, you know what I mean, or like up high and but I don't think I'm particularly scared of heights. I used to paint houses.
Sure, yeah.
And go up tall ladders, and I absolutely remember like day one. It was just me and my brother-in-law doing it as a job, and I absolutely remember day one going up the ladder and being like, oh shit, I don't like this, right? But you get used to it very quickly, and then what I will say though is like. Because I'm not trying to brag and say I don't have any fear of heights, right?
No, that's okay.
What I absolutely do remember is like, you go up, you get the ladder, you make sure it's sturdy, you go up a super tall ladder up to like the eaves of a house.
Yeah.
And you'd be painting these old like wood houses in Pennsylvania and Maryland that I was doing. And then you'd be up there for a while and you'd cover everything you can. And then you'd get down from the ladder and you'd be like, good. Every time you got down from the ladder,
I made it.
Every time you got down from the ladder, you were glad. I remember that for sure.
That makes sense.
Or remembering like, oh, cool, today I don't even have to use the ladder. Everything I'm painting is on the first, or the only ladder I have to use is a step ladder or whatever, right? Yeah, absolutely. Definitely remember that. But I wouldn't say like while I was up there I was like
Sure.
paralyzed. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's not scary.
So what rattles
and
your
small
bones?
critters don't scare me.
Yeah. Like snakes, spiders, that kind of thing. Rats,
No.
things people are afraid of.
And
Yeah,
then
they
like
don't really scare me either. If I see a spider and it's in the house, I try to take it outside.
yeah.
If I see a spider outside, I leave it alone. 'Cause that's where it belongs.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it was heights because you
Heights.
apparently aren't scared of anything.
No,
So.
that's not true. I'm trying to think.
What about nihilism? Complete and utter nihilism.
Nihilism? Like I'm afraid of other people's nihilism?
I don't know, just in general. Like, do nihilist thoughts scare you?
I don't have them myself.
But if you did, would it scare you? I guess that's sort of a weird question.
Yeah, I don't. Right. How can I answer that?
Nihilism is interesting because there's actually some comfort in it.
Yeah.
You know, if nothing matters, then nothing matters. So go live your life.
Yeah, and if other people are nihilistic, it shouldn't really affect me. I'm happy. Yeah.
All right. Fair.
So nihilism, no.
Well, I chose heights.
You chose heights.
They make me sick. Like I hate looking over things. I can look really fast to be like, okay, I did it, and I have to back off. Glass floors, like why? Ugh.
Yeah.
No way.
I'll tell you, I'm not the biggest fan of being in some kind of environment on my footing, where I'm like the biggest one is like boats in the ocean. Which is weird. I grew up around the ocean and the bay and the boats, but I always preferred estuaries and rivers.
Yeah.
And I'm a good swimmer too. I'm an okay swimmer. I wouldn't say I'm a good swimmer. I can swim.
Yeah.
So like I'd really just like if people were like, hey, today we're either gonna go on a boat ride or a hike in the woods by the ocean, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do the hike.
Yeah.
I'd like usually not pick a boat ride.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so have you decided what you're afraid of?
Of these?
Oh, the ocean, right?
No,
Like,
I guess I don't know.
all right, maybe eventually we'll find out what Zach's scared
Ocean,
of.
yeah. I guess like, and I have no interest in going on a cruise.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Really?
but also like I get seasick sometimes too, right?
What do you
And
get seasick on a cruise? Though?
I don't know. It's somewhat unpredictable, right? Like I also
Boy.
I also have been on boats and not been seasick.
I'm kind of bummed.
It's a little
knowing this.
unpredictable.
I'll go on a cruise with my friend Kate instead.
Yeah, I'd rather go to like an all-inclusive resort on the land.
Sure.
A land resort.
Sure.
Not a sea resort.
Ooh. This one, the head actually matters. So maybe it's bad that I cut my head.
Otherwise, probably my fears are like more comical, like failure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not funny actually. That is probably. That is
kind of real.
That would be a serious fear. Yeah, failure.
Oh no, this I can.
I don't know.
This
Let's
work,
see
I
what
think.
else.
All right. Well, it's getting late.
Having my credit score lowered. I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well.
What? What's
I
the
guess
joke?
that is scary.
Getting your credit score lowered?
Yeah, I guess.
More scary is the esoteric concept that there are super wealthy individuals that get to pass judgment that actually functions in our society when they point to a person and say, that person is not good with money, we've decided. That's more scary. That's other people, which is what I picked. What are you doing?
Nothing. Just saying support the channel. It's birthday month. Today's the last day of our birthday month.
I forgot Meg works for S&P and Moody's.
What?
The credit rating company.
I don't. I just want to bring up the vibes a little bit.
Oh, well, you brought, this is your poll. And I'm saying other people, because other people can do things like create
That's fair, yeah.
systems.
You did vote for other people.
Yeah.
Other people are scary.
Yeah. Imagine that mentality. What if we create a system?
Should we do fan stuff, you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
have a good
rate
chunk.
all the people's stuff.
We'll rate it.
We'll rate it.
That's not
and that'll
nice.
be
We're not gonna
exactly.
do that.
That's my point. That's my point with credit rating and how ridiculous it is as a concept. Okay, regular segments, fan stuff.
All right.
Timbit.
Timbit, this frog is so cute. I love it. Great job. I mean, you know that. And then there's another picture of it in our server where you can see the butt. And the butt, like he's got like some mesh underpants on or something.
You can kind of
so
see it
cute,
here.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it here. Yeah, it's funny.
It's the cutest.
What is this, Timbit?
It's a frog.
I know it's a frog, but like, where is this? Is this just like a weird?
Yeah, where'd you find it?
One-off 3D print? Is it from a game? Is it from something?
Are those spots hand painted or are they texture? I can't remember. Mycelium cape. Okay. Yeah.
I still don't know what that is, but that's okay.
All right.
Am I supposed to know what that is? Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
That's probably where Timbit got it from.
Oh, this is somebody new.
Yeah. These are so cool.
Yeah.
What is this?
These are from cities. These are
you guys have dinosaur riders?
These are the dark elf part. Yeah, they're called cold ones.
Oh, that is so cool. Like, okay. Anyway, we'll come back to that. But the paint job is so nice. Look at the scales.
Yes, here we go. M. Yeah.
Just M.
But they had a full name. I thought it was M because I didn't think.
Oh, we had the truncated.
Stream truncation was on because it didn't say it was on.
Let me look on my phone so we can give them a proper shout out while you talk it up.
Well, so these are from Cities of Sigmar. You actually don't see these a lot. These are like late old world models, honestly.
We should though. They're so cool.
Yeah. And they're Cold One riders or something like that.
Yeah.
Marduk. Okay.
Marduk.
And yeah, they're cool. Marduk posted a ton of pictures of stuff they've worked on recently, as far as cities go, including a lot of dark elves, but also some human stuff. We thought this was the best picture he took, and in particular the like cold ones on the left side of the screen. You can really see the nice like different.
I love these.
Naturalistic like shading
and
of the
bases are so nice.
Bases are good too.
Beautiful.
Bases are really good. Yeah.
I would love to like proxy these in. I mean, it'd be weird. Maybe it'd be a little weird, but it seems like you could proxy these.
Like Blood Knights, you want to have like.
No, in Seraphon. Like I like these dinosaur mounts.
Yeah.
They're super cool.
Yeah, it's weird because the new personally I think both the Raptidons and especially the new Agrodons look better than these guys, but these guys fall in between Brett's and the modern ones.
Yeah, I do like these though a lot. Anyways, really nice job. Oh, Cody.
Yeah, this
is Cody's entry to Crowing for It this month.
Yeah.
So pretty and so cute.
And so on theme.
Model.
So on theme
with
with travel.
Travel via, what is this, a marmot? Just a marmot?
I don't know.
Some kind of marmot.
Again, is that what is riding this thing? Is this I don't know. What is it? Is it a Pokemon?
Is this a Pokemon?
Is this a Pokemon? Cobalt. That's right, riding the ferret. He's been talking about this.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, whenever I see people paint something like this and I don't know what universe it's from, I assume it's from a universe. Mm-hmm. And then people are like, no, it's just a 3D print of a kobold riding a ferret. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Ferret's actually illegal in California.
And today, well, we'll get to this, right? But today is the last day to enter our hobby challenge for the month, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Yes.
Cool. Love it, Cody.
Here's Soups.
Soups is going to be here in a week. 7 days. He'll be on stream.
Yeah, actually next week.
Yeah. Very pretty. This is the back side. We were focusing on the front side yesterday. This is Dominus on the sword.
Yeah.
But he showed it to us in hobby
in
chat.
In a hobby hang.
Yeah, very pretty.
I like the
Mm-hmm.
cape work. It's actually a nice job of like doing highlighting on black without like implying a color. I typically like use blues to do this, so he's kind of done it without any of that.
Kept it neutral.
Yeah, kept it neutral.
Yeah, so pretty.
Yeah, and the power sword's cool too.
Yeah, nice freehand. Andy, oh Andy, this is beautiful. This is another entry into crowing for it.
I like the color of the. I like the color choice here. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's had a few.
I love how muted it is.
Yeah, he's had a few in this line. A lot of them are very camouflaged. He's been working on this Assyriani army, but I do like this like salmon color he's going with.
Yeah, very pretty. I love this. I love the dry brush effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
A lot of very good painters in the crew. This I think also
Spirecraft.
Spirecraft. That's right. Yeah, Spirecraft.
Been working on a lot of chaos.
A lot of like different single cast warrior pictures, and all of them look pretty cool. But I thought this photo came out one of the best. It's just really grungy looking.
A lot of texture going on.
He's definitely Nurgle.
He's having fun.
He's doing some Nurgle marking for sure. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
it looks cool. Like the erosion. The sword is cool with like the like weathering, and he did the yellow rust thing, which I'm honestly like not. I don't know when to use the yellow rust myself personally. Look.
Okay.
I think I need to like see where it actually occurs in reality more.
Sure.
And I haven't used the Dirty Down Yellow Rust product yet either. So anyway, I don't know how he accomplished it here, but it does look nice. All right, we've got
these sisters, right?
This is this was from Arya.
These are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice job on the stripes.
Well, the colors are pretty interesting, right?
Yeah. And like I love the
and
the
against
blue
the snow.
and the purple.
Yeah,
it really pops. Like because there's a lot of yellow going on. How am I used to seeing sisters? Sisters are usually warm. Like when I think of sisters, their color scheme feels warm to me.
Reds, blacks, and metallics.
Right. Yeah. And this is very cool. And I was like, I had to double take because I was like, are these elves? But I was like, oh no, they're just like very cool looking sisters.
Get the hazard stripe chain swords.
Very cool.
Yeah, a lot of extra work.
What makes somebody or like a unit? What makes a hazard stripes make sense in a unit?
Well,
like,
these are
is it
like,
just a personal taste type of thing, or are there lore reasons why you would add it versus not?
I mean, a chain sword is like a chainsaw.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a sword that has a chain, like blades running
around. So it's literally
around.
like hazardous. This is a chainsaw. Stay away.
I mean, I guess.
But also, here I come.
Yeah, I
kind of like that.
Yeah, like just be careful where you put your hands. You know, while you're using this thing.
While you're murdering.
Yeah, because if you were in downtime in a battle with a normal sword and you touched the blade, you wouldn't really hurt yourself, right? But if you were in downtime in a battle with a chain sword and it was running and making no sound, I guess, and you put your hands there, it would chop your fingers off. Right. So I guess that's what's happening. I mean, honestly, as far as painting goes, it's just a cool way to get like a cool effect in, right?
Yeah.
Like the hazard stripe is cool. I mean, it makes sense. Oh, here we go. This guy.
Filippo. Beautiful Lumineth.
Yeah, he's got a few pictures
There's more pictures. Go look at them. You won't regret it.
I was into this one where he did like just a close-up of one model.
Yeah. So pretty.
I really, you know what's hard?
I cannot wait for us to do Lumineth on this channel.
Yeah. You know what? Totally. I think you're going to do a great job of it. I'm excited.
I think I'll do a good
What
job.
colors do you think you're going to do, Meg?
I'm going to do purple and gold. Yeah.
Purple and gold.
Yeah.
Okay. And then white?
Yeah, like cream.
Like cream.
I want to keep that like bright look. I want them to look very bright.
So like where he has the white, you do like cream?
Yeah, and where he has the blue, it'd be like purple. And everything else pretty
similar. Gems?
Straightforward. Gems, I don't know.
Yellow, green, orange? Yellow.
I don't know yet. I might do blue because I feel like they should be cool. Like
that's
cool leaning army.
That'd be cool.
Because they just seem very like cool to me. Feels calm and like.
And of course,
I don't know. These guys seem like thoughtful. Like
they are
right.
Yeah.
So I would keep the colors cool.
And of course, you're going to do the skin as like white Caucasian skin because elves are white.
Well, no. Jesus, Zach. Why? Why, Zach? Why?
You know, Saran and I love to get our...
Yeah, it's funny when Ray's here. It's not funny when he's not here. Jesus, everyone knows that. No, I'll do a mix of skin tones because that's kind of the way the world is.
Yeah, I like that. It actually looks cool when you do it that way, too. Like, it kind of just looks, like, better when you look at the unit.
I mean, there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. By the way, Meg, I do want to make you aware of something.
Anyway, we do love Filippo's work.
Sorry, we're taking a little bit away from Filippo. Wait, one sec. I do want to make you aware of something that everyone in chat who's painted elves and a Suryani, Meg is about to experience how many gems you end up painting, how they sneak up on you here, because this is like a normal troop. Yeah. And he's going to require you to paint. So many. Looks like at least 6. He has
flags of feathers on his head. What a weirdo.
Yeah.
What a weird.
It really ends up.
Very pretty army.
It really ends up sneaking up on you. You're like, oh, I'm just painting gems. Like you'll have days where you're like, cool, I'm doing gems today. And usually you do them after the matte varnish, so you like paint the whole model and then do gems. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited to see you crank this out, though. I think it's going to be great.
We'll see.
And Filippo, sorry, I actually want to say something about this. One of the things that is hard about elves, not elves, but like metallic, like I really like the way his true metallic looks here. Yeah. Right? He did do non-metallic metal. He used metallic paints, but it's hard to look at a person's work and know where they shaded metallic and how they did it versus how the light is just hitting it. Right. And that's something that I really wish I could get better at, both spotting it. I could ask Filippo, I could message him and be like, I could look at the different pictures he's taken at different angles. But that's something I'd like to be able to do more of, is just get a little better at true metallic and knowing when and how to shade it. Oh, okay. This was a new person. This was Tactile Sun.
Oh, yeah. Tactile Sun joined us, I think, when Angela hung out with us.
Oh, cool. This is for a game. These are converted for a game that I've not heard of. And now I'm forgetting the name of the game.
Well, I'll check while you talk it up. Yeah. I'll look it up.
It has just like a really good kind of like classic 5 parsecs. Thank you, Polly. Okay. Yeah. I don't know anything about that game. This is actually the first Space Weirdos I believe I've heard of before. So maybe I've heard of... I don't know anything about this world, but it looks cool.
It's a bunch of... There's a warband of pirates.
It's like a warband of militaristic pirates.
It's very cool. Yeah. It's funny to see these, like... They look kind of old-timey. A little old-timey, but they have these, like, crazy weapons. It's very Mad Max.
It is. I had a hard time kind of picking which one of... Tactile posted a number in our Discord, which is cool. Like, their whole warband. And it took me a while to figure out which one... Not a while, but I was looking through them. But ultimately, what I liked about this one, honestly, was that he got the eye down. At least in this kind of like 90s 2000s style.
Yeah, it looks good.
But the vibe here is so good. It's so like 90s White Dwarf. Right? Like you look like you'd see this in a 90s White Dwarf, and I really like it a lot.
Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah. Tactile Sun, I noticed that you in our Discord are not hooked up to your YouTube account. You should check our welcome channel because there are instructions on how to do that. Yeah. You get access to a few more things when that happens, so you might want to check that out. Yeah, you can
become more one of us. One of us.
Wow, you just get to have more fun in the Discord that
Polly,
way.
Quiet.
Yeah, Polly.
No. We have to.
They just want your data. What data do we get? We get no data.
Polly needs a re-education session.
Yeah, we need to take him out back.
Speaking of Polly.
Oh my God. Oh, look, it's Polly. Should we skip this one?
Yeah. No, let's attribute it to someone else. Let's attribute it to Timbit.
Yeah, Timbit did this.
Great
job,
work,
Timbit.
Good work, Timbit. This is cool.
It.
Polly, I don't think I'd have the patience to do the checkers.
Checkerboard?
Yeah. And orcs are cool. Like, okay, this is what I would say about his checkerboard work. All right. You can, when people do orcs, especially, you can do this thing where you can say, like, all right, it's orcs. If I do kind of a crappy job on it, it's okay, right? People do that with orcs and goblins. Saray and I are building a goblin board right now, and we're like, it doesn't matter if the wood doesn't line up perfectly when we're building stuff with balsa wood and stuff. It's like, it's okay, because if we do it that way, it'll just look like how goblins would do it. But Polly kind of took it a step further. Like, look at the checkers on the orc on the left on his helmet. Like, it seems like he actually did a good job of making it. It's like he wasn't like, I'm not going to worry about nailing this nice and clean, because orcs wouldn't have it like that.
Sure.
It looks like he was like, I'm going to actually paint it like orcs would paint it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's very on theme. It looks very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Timbit drills barrels. Back to the pretending that this is Timbits.
I don't do that either.
I don't blame anyone who doesn't do it. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it doesn't come up for me very often, but like, no, I wouldn't.
No. The other thing I have done is, like, when the model's fully finished, is I've gone in with a Sharpie and just done a little dot where it would be. Good orc. Like, I like his orc skin. I don't know. These guys are cool.
I love the orc skin. I love the green on top with the purple shading.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you notice that?
Stuff like that.
Yeah, the purple shading is very cool.
Oh, Timbit, you're right. Just paint the barrels in. You just paint a little black circle or something.
That's what I just said. Man.
Oh, you did. Oh, sorry.
Don't listen to me.
Oh my gosh.
No, you use or you can, like, a Sharpie, right? Like,
right. That's what you just said.
I just do a quick little dot on it.
Yeah.
It depends. Honestly, over the course of a whole 40k orc army, it's tough to imagine. It's tough to criticize anyone that doesn't drill their barrels. And also, Liberty Fire points out.
I don't care either. I like piling on.
Liberty Fire.
Because Polly likes to harass us so much.
Yeah. Liberty Fires points out that orc things work because orcs believe they work.
Oh, that's right.
So it doesn't really
even matter if it's, Yeah. I forget about that.
Yeah.
What is that about?
I don't know. All right, now, this is fun. Here we go. Tell us what's
Oh my gosh. So, guys, let's come back to us really quick so we can talk about what you're about to see. Because you won't see this stuff we're about to show you in our Discord. So it's birthday month, last day. And part of this month has been looking back at where we've come from and how we've grown as a community, how you have grown as hobbyists. And so we're probably going to keep doing this segment for a while because it feels good, at least through July.
Yeah.
But yeah, we wanted to dig back at some folks who've been with us since the beginning and check out their work and give you guys an overview of how they've grown over the past year. And one of the folks we wanted to share with you is Roshan. Roshan we see every day in Hobby Hang. Yeah.
In Discord, he's Roshan. Here he's Crafting Troll.
Thank you.
Whenever he shows up in YouTube.
Yeah. And he's a great member. He's very active and very warm and friendly in that chat. I am so glad that he's in there as much as he is. Yeah. But he has nothing posted in our Discord. He does not share.
That's not true. He does. Right?
He shares very infrequently, and where I've been searching for all this stuff has been hobby finished.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And Roshan said he'll post something once in a while, but then he takes it out.
Oh, interesting.
So I had to ask him for some photos. So we're gonna share Roshan's year of hobbying. If you want to pull that up. Yeah, Roshan plays. We talked about earlier Gargants and Trolls. And
has he started playing? I don't know.
Well, this is his.
He has 40k orcs.
Maybe I'm confusing things, right?
But anyways, he plays Trolls
giants.
Yeah.
These just feel very trolly. Like when we go through what he's made.
Oh, sorry, Trolls because things are very troll themed. His Gargant army is kind of troll.
Yeah, he likes trolls
because everything is sculpted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't. he doesn't really use GW models.
Exactly,
He sculpts
yeah.
from scratch, honestly.
For the most part. There's a couple things that he shared where you could see the troll model underneath. But these are his markers. So, go ahead. Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
He made his own markers.
Yeah.
So +1 hit, +1 save, and then, you know, all these other things, these call outs so that you don't forget. And oh my God, look at the font.
Yeah, I sometimes am like weirdly critical of like weird markers that break game immersion. But I really love these.
This does not break immersion.
No.
When you see his sculptures, everything just fits together so well. I forget what this is called. I'm going to pull open my phone because he sent me what everything was named so that we can call it out.
Yeah. But I actually love his markers.
Yeah, aren't they cute?
Yeah.
They're so cute. This book is the Shroomonomicon, the Arcane Tome.
Okay, so
it's a gaming token.
Yeah, whoever has the Arcane Tome.
Yeah.
He'll put this on them.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's not just the sculpting though, the painting is very whimsical. Like his style is incredibly whimsical. This is his entire orc army that he just rebased. Look at, you can see the little mounds, right? So now they're all stepped.
Sorry, Meg, is this the entire orc army?
That's what he said. Let's see, maybe
I don't know if it's the entire
maybe the word
army.
entire shouldn't be fair. Rebased 40k orcs, that's what he said.
Yeah. He has a lot more than this, I
Yeah,
think.
that's true. He sent me a lot of pictures and I had to just pick. Like there's
Yeah.
tons of pictures that he sent me.
He has
so he did
like
rebase his entire army. This is a portion of it.
Yeah. He has like 1 million orcs.
Yeah. And I don't know. That's how he solved it. He just made stepped bases and was like, cool, I'm just going to keep modeling the bases now. Okay, look at this thing.
Oh, yeah.
He made this with his own 2 hands. Look at the eyes. Let's pull up the name. I'm looking for it. This is Gatebreaker Mega Gargant.
This is his Gatebreaker.
Yeah.
And this is what we meant by like troll themed.
Right.
That they have kind of this
Look
like
at these eyes.
like not trogs from AoS.
Right.
Like you need but rather just like traditional folklore trolls.
Yeah. Exactly. Mushrooms everywhere. Thank you for the hearts.
Yeah, a lot of big mushroom vibes everywhere. This guy used to visit me in my dreams.
Okay, this is a dice tray that he made.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that cool?
I was wondering what this is. My favorite thing okay, so in the next picture, Polly also puts a model down for scale. But my favorite thing that Polly does here, I'm not Polly, Rashawn.
Yeah.
My favorite thing that he does here is Rashawn puts a model down that he must have sculpted as the scale model. So I still can't tell how big this thing is. Because I don't know how big the thing on the left is. But yeah, this is cool. I saw this, was wondering if it was just a terrain piece or what he used it for.
All right.
Well,
this is a cute
not this picture, but there is a picture where he shows the scale.
This is a cute close-up shot of one of his models. Let's find it. It might take me a minute. There's so many pictures he sent. I'm like, are you sure you don't want to post these in the Discord because they're beautiful? All this stuff you've built.
He does a lot of stuff with he does a lot of stuff with like different finishes. I've noticed like he does a lot of gloss on things. Look at the eyes on this thing.
Isn't it beautiful? I was just gonna say, like, the paint job on the face on this is incredible.
Yeah, it's
I'm having a hard time finding where the picture came from.
It's spots on the tongue.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I know, it's so gross. I love it. I'm stuck. Well, let's move on, and I'll try to come back to this. But I just thought it was a really nice close-up shot. Okay, another troll, another Gargant. Sorry, baby giant. This is a baby giant. Snubla Zlampan is what he called it.
Okay. Yeah, he gives them all names.
Yes, they all have.
And he has a
cool
lot.
names.
He has like 20 something.
This
too.
thing doesn't. It looks like it's turning into terrain, almost. I love it.
Yeah, it's about to do like a kick.
Yeah.
It's about to punt.
Because that's what they do, right? They throw terrain around. He's so into that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so into that aspect of this army. This is Togla Klumpen, another baby giant.
Okay.
This one just has so much love. It's like this one to me looks like love.
I like the fur, the grass hair top or whatever.
Absolutely adore
the spiky top.
The composition of this model, the spiky hair, and then the way everything comes up into this nice like bouquet almost at the top of mushrooms.
Yeah.
So cool.
Very cool.
This one is Smeggles.
Oh yeah.
He named this one after me.
With her little hat.
Look at the hat. Yeah. She also has a tail on the other side. Yeah. It's just gorgeous. It's so cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Very nice. Yeah, he's a great person in the community. We love having him in Hobby Hangs.
We do love having Roshan. But that's all I had to share. There's so many more pictures of stuff he's made.
Yeah.
But they're not on our server.
Right.
You'll have to ask Roshan.
Yeah. Meg, I think we're
not. We need to talk about our hobby challenge that's going on. Because today is the last day to get your stuff in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So let's go through the rules really quick because there were some new folks in chat today. Want to make sure you guys know about this. But join our Discord. You want to do that. That's step one. Anything you want to enter into the challenge, you just tag with this hashtag crowing for it. And it can be in any channel in our Discord. But when you win, at the end of every month, we pick a winner. And if you win, you get a Discord emoji title. And also you get to have creative control over 1/12 of a Castellan Crow mini. Soups here in the photo is actually going to bring it out with him. He's the one painting it. And so that way we'll get to check it out up close and see where it's at and show it off on stream. Yeah. And we'll also send you a physical prize. At the end of the year, one of the 12 winners gets to take home the whole model, and that'll be voted upon by us.
Yep.
And the theme this month is travel.
Yep.
And today is the last day for travel. The next time we stream, you'll see the next theme. But this time is travel.
Which will be Wednesday.
It'll be Wednesday, yep.
Yep.
So, I think we did it today.
I think we did it, yeah. A big thanks to our...
We did update our mandrel list, too.
Yeah, a big thanks to our mandrels. We'll be... Saray and I will be back Wednesday at 4:30. We were going to do one tomorrow during our usual 6 p.m. time slot. We typically stream AoS at 6 p.m. for members. At 6 p.m. I'm worried that not all the pieces are on that.
It's all right.
At 6 p.m. For members, AoS games. We're going to be resuming that on the 15th. But actually for July, even our Monday night games won't be members only, as we want to try to encourage people to get in and check out our 4th Ed games. This Monday, however, Meg and I are actually going on a much-needed little vacation.
We're taking a vacation.
For just a few days. And actually, most of the studio is taking a couple days off. But Saray and I will be back on Wednesday at 4:30. And I forget what we're doing. KO?
KO.
Is it KO?
We're talking KO.
Might be doing some KO. I think.
It's either KO or Slaves to Darkness.
Yeah, one of those.
One
of Saray's armies. Yeah. Okay, we did it. Meg, anything else?
We'll have a schedule for you soon.
Yes, there will be schedules coming up because we actually do have kind of an unusual schedule for July.
Yeah,
we're doing a lot of things
bonkers.
different. Yeah.
Thanks, 4th Ed.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, as we say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, and always be creating. Bye, folks.
Bye.